Alright guys, let's continue whatever this video is. This could be the World Eater event day 2, unfortunately. I don't feel like it has to be, but like, whatever happens, boys. Make sure to watch till the end so I receive more comments or more hate comments or whatever. I receive more things. Because I can. I can handle it. Don't worry about it. I can handle getting more subscribers and more attention. What I can't handle is finding a person that I can talk to. That's a pretty good challenge for anyone, to be honest. I guess this is why alpha male content is so powerful. The podcast, right? It's like, wow, these people actually met each other and they talk to each other. That's so crazy, man. It only happens once in a blue moon. I've watched a little bit of the dream shit. We're probably gonna watch TikToks in the end. After I do a little bit of rant. But there's nothing to it. He's just like addressing the fucking nonsense that people throw at him. And technically, he shouldn't even do that. It's kind of pointless, but I mean, maybe he needs to do that. We'll see what happens afterwards. Wait. There's the orange dude. Wait. This is drama. There's some kind of fucking orange. You type in orange or something. And there's some vlogger that complains about shit. I recognize that face. Here you go. Orange peanuts. I think it's the same exact face. I think he went after Dream.
Positive to me to...
And that's the only fucking thing that stands out to me. The peanut boy. Where is he hiding again, bro?
to do with them being...
It just highlights a lot of dirt that's being thrown at people who are even slightly are below, or like people get bored of them and they get thrown into this location. It's called the valley, basically. The darkness of the world. And you have to deal with it. You get isolated slowly and surely into that position. If you're not being treated as a celebrity, as something that people have to worship, then you get thrown in here. Unfortunately, you get basically canceled. And there's no more protections. They push you into the darkness of the world. And the best thing to do is just cave in and like find a different way of life. Unfortunately, and stop caring about haters say or do whatever. Like, it's never gonna end. They will always just feed off of drama. If they can pull you in, if they can rage bait you, all that shit, right? If they can manipulate. So Dream definitely shows that dirtiness of the world, and maybe he's gonna get consumed by it. Because, you know, what happened to Technoblade, it feels like it's just gonna be a translation event to Dream. Like, he's in a very vulnerable spot right now. And Minecraft is filled with demons now, as well. People with certain expectations of how to play the game or whatever. So, nah, you gotta be careful with this shit. And, I mean, you couldn't save Technoblade, but maybe you can save Dream still, if you care about the dude. How do you do that? Well, this is an information that you need to know to survive the valley. Alright? You need to first understand what it is, and what I'm ranting about, because I survived, I'm fine, I'm on the other side, But I'm alone and it pisses me off, but it's still fine because I have infinite amount of time to wait. And everything is solved. All the problems are solved. I'm just gonna be waiting. And it is gonna be painful and difficult, and you can sometimes lose sanity and see more and more demons out of random locations, pretending that you're the problem, but I crossed the fucking valley and they can't touch me. They can't do anything. I just go back to where I came from. Nothing changes. Nothing can possibly change in my life, unfortunately. No one can touch me. But, you know, slowly they can chip away some one thing or the other, and I have to recover it. Simple as that. Right? I have to play the Five Nights at Freddy's every single goddamn day. But in a slow mode, where they slowly crawl after you from every single direction. The whack-a-mole game, where you see a mole and you have to, well, solve it as fast as possible. Otherwise, they're just gonna reset the game and someone else is gonna cross the valley and wait, do the waiting game themselves. Play God almost of that generation. Because, you know, a higher generation would be able to resonate with me when I say, like, I want to have work, I want to have girlfriends, I want to marry someone, make children, whatever, I want to have a house. When I say all these things without a second of a doubt, the grown-ups will be like, oh, I understand what you need. I understand who you have to talk to. But when I talk about my needs and my perspective in life, they don't understand anything at all. We're stuck in our own generation of things, so to speak. So there's a lot of things to learn, unfortunately. And the first thing, here you're going to be completely alone. You're going to have so much freedom to do whatever you want. You're going to be in the shadows and you can groom as many people as you want, basically. As long as you keep your distance, you know. You can do whatever you want in here. There's too much freedom. And in fact, if someone sacrifices their life, you're going to see them die in front of your eyes. All right? If someone wants to sacrifice themselves to you, you will be able to see them die. It's just how it is in the valley. You just have to accept it. That people just going to do crazy things down here. For you, potentially. I don't know. I already experienced all the things. The only crazy sacrifices are like, oh, celebrities are kind of available, you know. And I'm like, well, that's as crazy as it gets. I wouldn't have received any information that's crazier than that. So deep down, I just picked up. I'm like, oh, more people have to cross the valley. I will have to help celebrities do that if they get in danger, if they want to do that. And that's it. It's like, well, okay, cool. But for everyone else who have things, who have attachments and relationships, that shit could fall apart. They might not be able to cross that shit without a loss of a life, of a person who doesn't actually decide to live anymore. You know, they decide to do something fucking crazy. And they cannot be stopped, you know, from suicidal behavior. Who knows? It is a crazy place down there, and you gotta be careful when crossing that shit. You gotta do it completely alone and tell everyone else that, you know, they should do it too. They should figure out what freedom is all about. How you cross the valley of self-destruction. Self-destruction. Now, by not destroying yourself, you know, by not allowing other people to destroy you as well when they want to do it at a distance. They want to, like, silence you and all that shit. Cancel you, silence you. But they try to do it at a distance. They don't want to get themselves dirty. So you got to learn how to pull them in as well. Get over here, basically. Is the special move you learn very quickly. As if it's Mortal Kombat down there. But it technically is. It's just a lot easier to fight other people than you think. You just do it with words. You do it with interactions, not with actual physical combat. You know, that's Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is the thing that you see on the screen is Mortal Kombat. You know, when you play the game, you see it. It's there. It's right there. And you can show it to another person, and you're gonna make an interaction, an impression of like, that's what it is. That's the concept. It can be better because in real life that shit cannot exist. So you get concepts like that. You get concepts like anime. You get concepts, well, like porn and other dirty shit that people throw into the valley. That's available because it's full of freedom. You can do many things, but you have to be, you know, not feeding yourself something that you would fear of. You have to be excited about it and double check that, you know, nobody actually cares when you did something, and especially you yourself, right? But sins are gonna be committed. You're gonna feel the blame. There's always gonna be dirt down there. You're just gonna pick up some dirt and you have to deal with it. It's like whatever you see, whatever other people see, you have to listen to them, and they will try to like actually clean your dirt. Like they will send spiritual guidance basically to you to either move forwards with your life a little bit, because you have to do something, right, with your life. You have to be active. You have to constantly exist and prove to other people that you are superior because you did something that you don't seem to relate to other people after you did it. You know, I don't seem to be able to communicate with other people. That means I did something that other people just can't fucking do. I clicked a button that is impossible for anyone else to reach. I did it faster than anyone else. And now I'm just, you know, stuck in the waiting mode where I have to learn what happened. It was like 4 years ago, bro. This is not even like we have so much time to waste to just figure out that someone pressed the button, someone crossed the line that most people can't do. I was just going insane at that point. And now I'm just learning to admit that it was a great achievement, and now I'm getting comfortable with it and proudful on the other side, which pisses people off, you know, because they don't know how to interact with me because they want to interact in demonic ways. Case in point, a person fucking in Tinder's like asking a bunch of questions, and it's like, what the fuck is the point of that? And I experienced that shit over and over again until now it just breaks me of like, yep, these are demons. These are not people. You don't get to be born a normal person. You get to born a demon, a person that's just gonna exploit, try their luck with just one strategy. You're gonna play one card over and over again against other people, and you hope that people will fall for it. But the older you get, the less attractive you are, the less powerful your card is, because your card requires magnetism attraction. It requires vibration. You will get bored of your own card, obviously, and people will see that. But if you sound exciting, they will listen. If you seem to be moving around and doing something, they will gather up and ask a question of like, what's that guy doing? You know, eventually they will ask a question like that. Down here, asking a question about me is a lot more complicated because they have to cross the line. They have to recognize that I'm not a normal person, you know, and they might not want to actually interact with me because they will feel too much freedom at one point in their lives. So they have to find a person that they can relate to, the closest person that is capable of crossing this valley, and send them there, you know, to achieve leadership, to achieve understanding of how life works. There's a lot of things down here, and it's all personal. It's a personal direction in life, basically, a purpose in life, even a meaning of life is literally down there. So you should consider that. Absolutely, there's no escape. It's just a forward direction when it comes to life. And past this point, there's a breaking point, and life changes again. And I can sort of like cross that line. I can sort of threaten people and go full nut mode. But that means I will just go to the next generation of people. Terrorize the upper generation. Everything changes all of a sudden. Like, I will no longer be a YouTube CEO because YouTube is a children's game. And I will be too mature for that. And it's too scary to lose something like that because my whole world revolves around YouTube. But instead, my world might revolve around trying to make people talk to me. Begging them to pay attention properly. And teaching them human language. Not the language that they speak, but human language. Pulling them now by force. Establishing schools and dictatorship, pretty much. Because, well, I can't wait forever, can I? The clock is still ticking, and I will die eventually, so I can't wait forever. I will get enough experience to become a dictator, to become Hitler 2000 or whatever. Whatever version of Hitler is latest and most available. All right, I will be. There's no escape from that. You get so much power, you get to control the world and eat the world. You just can, unfortunately. And people don't understand that, how disgusting that is. Because there's nothing else to do for me. I eat the world as I'm bored. It just sucks. And a lot of grown-ups have not crossed the line, have not established themselves, and have not built leadership positions where they can teach people anything at all. Sometimes they teach people out of just sheer randomness. And they earn money out of that. This is what actually earns you money. And all the valuables, basically, that you need to survive. But if you're wasting that value, they give you extra, They give you extra. They make you feel that you are more powerful than you actually are. If you're just wasting your money on bullshit things, capitalism steps in and kindly takes that away from you, kindly gives you a pay raise and kindly takes that away from you through rent, through taxes. They kindly just take it away, So a pay rise is just an illusion to make you feel that you are more prestigious, more skillful, and whatnot, but you're nobody, unfortunately. We all just get just enough to survive, and if you learn how to live your life that way, you have achieved a way to cross this whole thing. Because it's like you sort of have freedom, but not really. You have to waste your freedom at some point. You have to waste your freedom the moment that, you find something you want to do in life. You have to waste your freedom to do that specific thing, right? You can't just sit silent, obviously. Don't you want to interact with all kinds of people from all over the world? Don't you want to get opportunities? Don't you want to think about which opportunity is better? Should I go to Paris or, Rome? What should I visit? Which house should I invade randomly? Just to peek inside if there's anything. Which porn stars should I interact with in weird ways? The possibilities are endless, unfortunately. Unfortunately. And you have to grab whatever wastes your freedom, basically, whatever masturbates your ego away. You have to spend that shit. And that's just a very simple thing you learn in life. That you have so much freedom, you have to waste it. just one thing. Obviously, you're not supposed to destroy yourself again. You're not supposed to get in trouble and not be able to get out. You get a lot of opportunities to get out of trouble. Basically, people can just do an oopsie doopsie. Oh, we just forgot your files. Oh, you don't actually have to go anywhere, do anything. You have to actually exercise your freedom to not care about what other people throw at you, because sometimes they just throw lies and deception. You know, when I was in a mental hospital, it was a lie and deception that I have to like prepare myself for the court. I just had to say, no, I don't want to go actually and represent myself, because there's nothing to represent. This whole thing is just a bullshit, a pile of shit. And it worked, you know, it worked the whole fucking way. And when you were being confronted with questions, silence is not actually that powerful. You can use that, but you can do whatever you want. You just have to show people and they will get scared. All right? If they're adults, they're going to be scared of like, well, this guy does in fact wants to do whatever he wants. You know, it's like, it's a very normal behavior and it's a very scary thing. And I don't want to fucking keep that person around me because he might want to do stuff with me as well. And I might just accidentally agree. That's the scariest thing for established adults to deal with. A person who wants to do whatever they want. I want to fuck the police, you know. And you might actually be able to do that if you make a wish, basically. And again, celebrities actually get gravitated towards wishes for some kind of reason. They have to harvest that shit to stay afloat. They have to give you what you want to push you into the valley, but they get to return to be celebrated and surrounded of like, oh, you shouldn't be going to the valley because valley is too dangerous. All right, our generation haven't crossed it yet, so to speak. That's what they're being told, you know. It's like, no, you're still fucking sexy, still looking good, you still have the good material, you still this and that. They have to get all the compliments, all the fucking things. Just don't go there, basically. Don't start drama. Don't pretend that you're above everyone else. Blah blah blah. They got their egos popped over and over again. But celebrities are also growing and growing out of control, and the time is again ticking. And you have to learn all these things, and I have to teach all these things because I know them, and I can't control myself with the excitement of changes and life improving, basically. Even an inch matters a lot, bro. So yeah, doing the same thing over and over again might make you fearless, but only because you know what happens to some extent. But at some point you will be like, oh shit, you are facing complicated consequences. Every single time you repeat something, it's a different definition. Just like I can put one, but if I repeat it, it's a different number now. And it actually even disappears because I don't allow repetition, as you can tell. It's a different number every single time, bro. 111, 111 disappears. 0, because you overloaded the system with your bullshit. Yeah. Every single time you get closer to the edge and people tell you your progress has been reset, everything that you worked towards disappeared, but only because you kept repeating the same shit. You have to stop. You have to find new material, new, more interesting things to be excited about. You just have to. There's no escape. Because you're wasting meaning of life by doing the same thing over and over again. Like, come on. And this is why you find patterns and you tell people, this is your pattern. Stop behaving like this. This is what I did with the Tinder person. This is how you find women, apparently. Then you have to keep track of them, of like, have they learned their lesson? Have they changed? Because just asking me questions is not exactly the most comfortable position to put me in when it seems pretty fucking repetitive. It's like I do something, you feel uncomfortable, and you ask a question. Oh, well, you can do that. Why would you say that? Why would you behave this way, though? And it's well, congratulations. Welcome to adulthood. You're able to speak now with different people all across the world. It should be pretty overwhelming and will take a while to adapt. But speaking through questions is not a pretty good solution, unfortunately. All right, you won't always get the answer. People not always gonna just give you the answer. They're gonna get frustrated, like I did. Of like, well, you asking too many questions, you're not saying anything about yourself, though. That's it. All you have to do is stay afloat. Change something. And now, Reynad, every single fucking time he shows up, he seems more and more laughable of a person. More and more stupider. You know. Because he's spending time in complete isolation and emptiness and in the void. He's just like kind of sucking it up. The valley experience of silence and not expressing yourself and not uploading anything about yourself, not making any updates because something scared you a little bit, you know, something stole your titsy bitsy idea and implemented it into their game because they were desperate for ideas, you know. Not everyone is a thief waiting for you to spit an idea at them, but some people are in fact waiting desperately and they need to work on something. They need an idea to be keep pushing forward, you know. They want to be programmers, maybe they just want to grab any idea that floats around in their field of view. Don't judge them. Judge yourself for being a fucking little pussy shit. And now I get to see and shit on these people. Unfortunately, it hurts. You know, it hurts to see that tables have turned. Now I'm the superior one. Now I have to carry the flag. You know, I have to speak to them. One way or the other. I'm not sure how they're gonna find out that I'm speaking to them. But eventually they will. You know, they will dig deep enough. They will excavate my treasures for them. And it's just what happens. The most powerful stuff, it collapses onto itself. And I made a very powerful rewind too. That probably emotionally charges you up a little bit. So, blah, blah, blah. The world is a very mysterious place, and a lot of things have been invented. A lot of things have been analyzed. There's a lot of things to learn, but we can't do any of this through silence. We can't go forward with silence. It's just impossible. It just destroys everything. The only question that we have left is, are you okay? Is everything all right? Are we doing okay? Are we doing progress or are we just degenerating? What's going on, right? That's the only question. Are we moving step forward or is just everything is collapsing in front of our eyes? We don't know. And it's the most concerning thing ever. You should be proud of what you're doing if you're crafting anything. If you put a lot of people's lives in danger because they have to get paid as well for helping you with whatever idea you have, whatever life purpose you feel like you have. You want to kick Hearthstone in the balls? Those are pretty big balls. I would want to help too, you know. But it's hard, apparently, to get in touch with anyone. Livestream bunker, of course. And again, you can throw the most toughest of people into the valley, and they will break. They will change. Andrew Tate will turn into a fucking furry kitty. Digital kitty, bro. He's gonna start growing a tail immediately and try a furry life because, you know, it's a less masculine thing. It's just the different lifestyle that probably is going to be very enjoyable because it contains untapped experience for that particular person. You know, he tried the masculine thing. He has reached the top earned a lot of money, has a lot of resources, but now it's kind of collapsing onto itself. So he's gonna try and be a cat for a while, maybe, and it should kind of work. You get extra colors of Bugatti when you're a cat. It's just you can improve your life by allowing yourself to do things, by wasting your freedom. Because people constrain themselves, but that's you just collecting freedom then, you know, because there's so many things to do in life, right? So you're collecting freedom while being stuck in one place, by being stuck in a definition where people can recognize you. People are not meant to recognize you all the time, you know, but then they get tired and bored of like, oh, I don't understand this person. I guess I have to get to find another drug, another extreme. So you're torn between entertaining people, acting as a celebrity, and satisfying your own needs. You're being torn into those pieces. And, you know, he's being thrown into jail just to contemplate on the depths of the real matrix, the real choice of do you want to stay the same, or do you want to change? Right? Are you just gonna keep on trying to educate people about bullshit and how to scam each other, or are you just gonna like try something different in life, show something different? Right? Because the thing that you're showing, clearly YouTube can ban you for, clearly most people will disagree with, and it just doesn't work. It's an extreme case that people don't want to deal with, unfortunately. Yeah, and right now I have to fucking deal with crying children, bro. But my mom goes fucking downstairs and they detect with their antennas, bro, that something's different. Someone actually like cares. I care personally. I kick my fucking mom out downstairs, just climb a fucking 20 stairs up and down, bro, to check on a child. Crazy, right? Now I have a baby. It seems like it's mine now. That's how you do it. You don't even have to make babies, bro. You don't have to have sex to make babies, bro. They just appear out of nowhere. That's how it works, bro. That's why Lithuanians fucking have this saying that they just, the fucking birds bring babies, bro. That those big birds, they bring babies, bro. I've seen it. Fucking big birds. Not humans, unfortunately. It's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up how fucking life changes so quickly when you just like understand things better. But it's painful, absolutely, bro. It's absolute pain. Because you have to keep trying different things, and especially when it comes to solutions, like it is scary. Dealing with Five Nights at Freddy's every day, I'm telling you guys, with potential demons from every single corner. I'm not scared of children necessarily, but like, you know, someone owns that shit. Someone owns a demon and they're fine with that. They don't know how to solve it, which is brain damage. If you don't know how to solve a demon child, I mean, like, wow. We're in a lot of trouble. Because we cannot solve that problem in the 10-meter radius. Because the child is crying and is visible with our ears for 10 meters away. Even though we fucking live in a block house. An apartment, right? But the other people seem to be dead. Unalived. Not careless. Clogged their ears, unfortunately. Even my mom heard it. It's cool. Fascinating. I'll double check, of course. Honestly, as a child, if I would see this anywhere on my screen, I would scream as well. I'm not gonna lie. I would be pretty terrified. Holy shit, man. Without a clown nose? Are you kidding me, bro? It's illegal for a face like that to exist. Doesn't have hair, so at least clown nose has to disguise himself, or cat ears. I'm telling you guys, his life would change 180 degrees. EDD, bro. Fucking hell. Yeah, the world changes, but the world opens up and like it becomes more real, more realistic, more acceptable, understandable. But you also have to like act normal when you receive this information. You're not supposed to accelerate too fast. Now there's a time limit or a speed limit of how fast you can go in life. Because if you learn too many things, you say too many things, like bad things are going to happen all of a sudden. People are going to start chasing you and try to stop you, basically. You know, hey, don't tell these people all of our secrets. Like, come on, bro. You know, relax. So, there's a lot of things to learn. It's amazing. But the first thing you do is like, well, there's a speed limit to everything. A lot of people just break the speed limit of like, oh, I just want to do this and that and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But I just activated you. I summoned you and you want to do 20,000 things in one day. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? I just summoned you. I just want to say, hi, how you doing? You have any problems? You want to fucking talk about something? And that's it, bro. I don't want to play games with you. You just came out of nowhere. And that sort of experience is just like very common. A person shows up and they cross the line. They might cross the valley and they start speeding as much as possible. It's like, oh, I do have a lot of freedom and I have to waste it. Well, hold on, my friends. Hold on. Do you know how quickly the consequences pile up on each other? Just like some dude shows up and he's like immediately gets in danger of like spitting out that he was dealing with mentally ill person, that he was in a relationship with her and she died, and it's like, well, stop right there, bro. You know, just maybe even I have to stop. I don't know, bro. Try and stop me, bitch. Try and stop me. I still have to, you know, someone has to stop me, though. Except for those explosions. They only interrupt me, unfortunately. New Year's is only going to interrupt me. It's like, well, I guess fireworks. But we don't have pyrotechnician anymore. It's banned from standard. So these must be like actual real explosions from Russia, bro. It's crazy. It's the only people that would send explosions now. Because we're not celebrating anything with this noise being next to my place. I'm like, this is very irresponsible from people, from every single one. And I don't know what happened to my mom and how we degenerated this badly, but you know, everyone takes damage over time, it seems. If they are positioning themselves poorly and they're not willing to learn new things. I'm taking damage by not stretching myself, and I've learned to eat soup. Again, reminder to eat soup. Soup is the superfood, because of course it is. Of course it is. Soup is superfood. How did I not see that coming? I'm not exactly sure, but here it is. Best way to reach the bottom, if you want to get extra gravity, you have to hate every single thing that you don't understand, that is a distraction. You can't translate it, you can't figure it out, you know, you're too scared to interact with. You have to get upset that the way the world works is not exactly how you want it to be. This way, again, you can spend freedom very quickly because you get to know what you want to do with your life, how you want things to change. Because your opinion matters to some extent. People have to like concede to your wishes to some extent. They have to meet you in the middle. I wish for very little things, and I expect people to like respond accordingly. right? Very little things, but now like extending my purpose in life because now I want more things because little things have been rejected. So I will want more things. I will want revenge. And so it keeps piling on. And it's very hard to tell what the fuck's going on. Because, you know, I've been through self-deprecations. It feels like a suicidal moment when I was deep down in the fucking valley. I had to cross some really deep shit. You know, and I survived at this point. Does that mean the crossing doesn't count? Well, fuck it. I spend my freedom. All right, if I survive, that's it, bro. You just do it once. No matter how much damage you take, no matter how crippled you are on the other side, you did it, and you know that. You know that you went through insanity and beyond, because now you're able to talk freely and purely, honestly, you know. 69, motherfucker. Hearthstone is gonna go down, my friends. Eventually. Not only I will catch up to it, but I will potentially destroy it. There's a lot of drama buried underneath Hearthstone as well, but I think it's not 2024 drama, it's 2025. It's 1 year later to look forward to as well. Because that shit is a giant problem. You know, of like, why can't a simple thing just happen? Right? Why can't things just work? But they can't. They can't reach a certain height anymore. They start collapsing. They might print fun cards, but then they print very powerful Borklers to counter most of the fun strategies, and we don't get to actually experience the game anymore. That's it. That's how Hearthstone works. There might be a lot of cool stuff in Hearthstone, but it's buried by all the overpowered nonsense that just is unchecked. Nobody worries about that shit enough to remove it from the game, to clean it up. This is why I did the simple challenge of like changing the game design, trying a different thing, and people still complain about it. Or a dude complains about it, of like, oh, you're doing that. Yeah, exactly. That. No Borklers in Legend. You should try it. Maybe it works. I don't know. We have to try different things, and Raran is the only influence that works because he's trying different things. He's trying to make things work. He's trying to find a different card game. You see him struggling all over the place. But it's pretty sad that he can't see my arm raised of like, I was down in the comments, you replied to me even. You acknowledged that I exist. And yet Raran moves on with his life because he's earning money. You know, now he's torn. He's a celebrity, but he's still like doing God's work of keeping the Hearthstone alive on his own. No one else is doing what he's doing. All right? He's a council member for me, the greatest influence of all time, and yet it flops just like that because he's just alone, isolated, and slowly he will face just himself and his insanity of trying to keep Hearthstone alive. And it worked for a certain amount of time, but I don't think he's smart enough to keep it going, so to speak. Every single chip damage is gonna, you know, every single idea that he throws at Hearthstone is an idea that he cannot repeat. He has to innovate every single time, and it will get more and more boring each time. It's not like he will run out of ideas. He will run out of great and passionable ideas and ways to play the game until it's gone. You know, we lose the only person that had hope in the community, and then people will start panicking. So this is why I say 2025 and not 2024. It still looks like we have a little bit of time left for that shit to pile up a little bit. Because you already saw him struggling, like worrying about Runeterra. Runeverse has been exposed. He's just bouncing around. And when you see him stressed out more and more, he's gonna try different card games more and more as well. And he even like resonated with me at that particular day where I released a video about legendaries. And he's like playing the old legendaries now to see how good they are. He's kind of like getting ahead of me a little bit. I had the same idea of like ranting about legendaries being too good. The old legendaries. But he's just like, well, let's just play it. So he simplifies the idea and just goes for it because he's that desperate. It's like something floats in the ether spiritually and it reaches him instantly, it seems like. If it's a new idea or whatever. So, that is scary, that is unstable. Again, nothing to be hateful about. I'm just like learning even more things, I guess. More intense things than ever before. It's incredibly scary. And it's incredibly scary to like resonate with a fucking child downstairs, bro. That is listening to me and like, you know, is bothered, doesn't know what to do about it. I'm probably fucking a ghost in his life. It's fascinating. I didn't have a ghost, but he has. I didn't hear anything when I was alone at home, when my mom has to work night shift and stuff like that. I didn't have ghosts, my friends. But now I am a ghost for someone else. And sex is not some fucking magical thing. Again, children come out of nowhere. They're carried by birds, unfortunately. Sex is just for most people to relieve stress, unfortunately. It's like medication. Women fucking comply and just like, well, let me take your stress now, I guess. But don't expect me to swallow that shit, because it's fucking nuts, and it's kind of disgusting. Like, don't abuse other people, but, like, you want stronger and stronger medication to, like, numb you out for longer. But no, it's always going to be just, like, a couple of months. You're not going to get medication to save your life. And, they tried to feed me medication and even feed me the idea that I cannot resist medication. But, like, are you sure about that? Because that's kind of fucking cringe, but, they want to, like, exchange freedom with me desperately, thinking that this is gonna actually save me, but I've already learned how to do that. I don't care. They're the problem now. They're under my feet. They're basically degenerating down there because I wasn't comfortable where I was at with the dead year. I will go back there over and over again. Spiritually, through memory, thinking about it, because it's a very vivid experience, and it's a year dedicated to Taylor Swift, bro. You need one dead year. One element just kind of counters you entirely, and it was her year, and it's fascinating to me because it's a very vivid year. It's filled with memories, while everything else is sort of like just a thing that I did with my computer. It's not that vivid because I haven't been doing much, just crafting my own stuff, crafting my own reality. But there was a reality already crafted there, and I had to deal with it for a whole year, for a whole 13 months to be exact, because why not worship Taylor Swift to the max? 13 months is just an insane number. Exactly, bro. Exactly 30 months. To the day almost. You don't need that much freedom. You have to release it. You feel like you have choices to pick from. You have to make the choice. You can't just complain about like, oh, hey guys, we probably shouldn't watch porn because porn is evil and stuff. That was your choice though, to demonize porn, but like, that was a negative thing to do. Right, you're trying to attack something that just gonna exist anyways. There's no escape. And Whoops, you didn't make any progress in your life. Is that what you wanted? Are you sure? Because that's fucking stupid. And people demonize YouTube rewinds. Is this what you wanted? Now it's a meme. You know, because you wanted YouTube rewind to die, it seems, and it was the most spectacular thing. The most disliked video, but dislikes are also likes, too. Because, you know, you paid attention and you want something different, but you don't know what you want. Because people cannot recreate YouTube rewind, and people don't even want to handle that concept. It's too complicated for them. I want it really badly, but nobody pays attention because, again, I'm across the valley. I'm too complicated. I'm too dangerous. All right? I have nuclear weapons, my friends. I hope World Eating event won't last longer than that one day, and it feels like I'm calm, like something really stupid has to happen for me to enable hatred or whatever, and the child has to be also uncontrollable. But it is fascinating. Just fascinating how dynamic the world actually is. Even like going outside today, I'm like, I meet a person that's listening to me, so to speak, in the background, you know, in the chat box, but not actually interacting with me because it's too scary. So, like, it's dynamic. It's like, how did I met that person? How is it possible? It's 1 in a billion chance, right? You have to go at a specific time, specific night, and react and recognize them. I have bad eyesight. Recognizing people for me is like cringe, all right? I'm scared to recognize people because I will never truly know if that's them. But sometimes it works and spits out a likely scenario, basically. That's likely that person, I think. I still don't know. But I have to act as if it happened, you know? Just like when there's a deep fake porn, well, celebrities did have sex in public then. It did happen. And they will not be happy about it because it just drags them deeper into the freedom of doing whatever they want. You know, celebrities will just do whatever they want, and they have so much power to do that. And it's going to be a Disneyland in that sense for everyone who is associated properly, who gets the vibe, you know. They will know what to do. But it's not necessarily the most pleasant experience. Is just an experience, an extreme experience. That's what it is. It's just like going to a Taylor Swift concert. It's an extreme experience, and apparently you can even die from overheating. All right, if you're not careful enough. So it's very fascinating stuff. And again, every single mistake, it compiles. People compile that shit to drag you down into the valley. But once you cross it, you probably don't want to make too many mistakes anymore. You want to slow your shit down and enjoy life the way it is. You don't want to change too many things because, again, everything is dynamic. You can do so many things. Why would you bother changing anything, right? But the one thing you should change is try to activate people, try to summon them, try to make them talk to you. Then that's the only like superpower you should be concerned about. Because people become bitter and they get clogged up emotions. And they just like want to pretend that you don't exist, and this is very disrespectful and not something you should accept in your life, unfortunately, for them. We don't even get to watch TikToks, unfortunately, as well. This is a huge speech about the valley, bro. It's a very deep thing. Technically, Laura probably knows what are we talking about. And also we have to finish the dream thing, so we have something to watch. YouTube Laura. Valley. What is in the valley, Laura? What did you find in the valley? I am nervous. Women know that they have nothing negative to do to humanity. They don't have the power to fucking go into rampage, right, and attack people. So they offer nice things, and men resonate with that too. It's just a very interesting dynamic, right? Where even if women can be witches and bitches, they're not gonna harm you that much where you can like survive and stuff. But unless you really want to fucking die, then holy shit. Yeah, you might just make the richest woman on the planet through a divorce or something. I don't know, bro. I don't know what's the worst thing that a woman can do to a person. I'm not exactly sure what the vibe of prom is, but you have to like ask a special someone and it's like craft a relationship, and now it's like very extreme and personal, and it's an American thing to even have relationships. I'm not sure what's gonna happen in Europe because I'm still a virgin, so to speak. But like again, to craft a relationship successfully, past the valley, you know what I'm talking about? That's the only time when it's gonna be successful in the first place. Because you have to cross the valley, but if you have a relationship, it's gonna fall apart. So potentially the idea of prom is to have a relationship and watch it fall apart, you know. Use a relationship as an experience of what happens, what do you lose crossing the valley, how it works, how complicated it is. Maybe that's what you need. I don't know. Maybe that's the secret weapon. Yeah, because like maybe people laughing at each other in or mocking each other in America because you can't cross the valley by being a virgin, bro. Like people are offering you to lose virginity all over the place, in every single fucking corner. You just have to do it, craft a relationship, and then see it fall apart and see what makes it fall apart, right? And then you will blame yourself. You'll be hating of like, why did fucking relationships? And it's a good direction to go, but it's just a start, you know. The valley, the virginity. That's what people have to do on that other side of the world, basically. Fascinating, isn't it? And then imagine losing virginity to a fucking celebrity as well. Imagine celebrity fucking offering that shit to you. That's pretty fucking brutal, I'm not gonna lie. You have to take that. You have to take that offer, unfortunately. Especially if your name is Pete Davidson. Fucking piece of shit. Women try and tease you with like good things, but if you're too afraid, if you can't handle yourself, you can't carry yourself, it's like, it's pathetic, right? Like it's impossible to carry a dead body for a woman. They can show you good things, try and tease you and whatnot, but they can't like carry you across the valley or even get your consent automatically. It's like everyone is like intrigued of like, what's gonna happen, bro? But that's just a trailer for next year because Laura is from a third generation of Powerpuffs. We haven't talked about like Sniper Wolf drama 20 more times. We haven't talked about why breaking up with your friends is bad. Referring to Fifth Harmony. We didn't talk about why losing colors and being looking depressed is pretty fucking awful to everyone around you. When I talk about Dove Cameron, bro, and Descendants and all that shit that she's into. And I haven't talked about Victoria Justice of like why she's not successful. Because every single time you fucking talk about a vampire, the first thing that comes to your mind is like, why the fuck is this person not successful? Like, they're doing everything right. What's wrong, right? Well, maybe they're in the wrong location. Maybe they have to switch sides a little bit. Go a little bit evil. Do something less clean to themselves. Because you can cleanly damage yourself, or you can cleanly, you know, expose yourself in a bikini and roam around and be like, oh, hey guys, am I not cool? no, you're not cool because you have to do something actually like dirty in your life. So we're talking about these super women, basically, the Powerpuffs of this generation. This is not available right now, not unlocked. You have to survive one more year, my. It's fascinating what these people create. Let's see, the dream drama. Dream. It's literally drama, bro, but an anagram. Dream more like dreamer, you know. The E is silent. And I guess you can repeat an A one more time if you dare. Fucking drama, boys. What drama queen? Like, you watch this video, it's a drama queen video. Like, there's no better definition for it. And we're in a white cube because I fucking love white cubes now.
I've never been the biggest fan of the YouTuber Dream, but I have always had respect for him as a person. That ends today. Dream sucked his own dick.
Okay, so he is referring to the only video that I watched that's like extremely weird. He had to explain that to me, okay? But him trying to explain that he didn't suck his own dick, I mean, like, come on, bro, just own it. That's an achievement of humanity, bro. This is crazy. If God allowed you to do that, you gotta fucking own that one, unfortunately. You gotta own that cream, Mr. Dream. Anyways, as weird as life is, you gotta fucking own it as well. So enjoy holidays, little bitches. See you guys on the other side of New Year. I'm not going anywhere, bro. I'm gonna keep pumping that Valley content.